Up until now, he's not been recording anything. You mean I've been missing your brilliant gag about, yes, my brilliant gag about Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen and Comic and Cupid and Donner and Blixen has not made it onto the recording. Yeah, probably not the world's greatest loss. So, I can't help noticing you've got a guitar. I have, because I thought I would begin with a song. Oh, I think we've all heard that. Oh no, I don't think you have heard this song in the way in which I shall be presenting it tonight. With you making a technical error, really, tonight was going to be the night we did everything smooth. It really was going to be the smooth night. Yes, so the way I should be doing this song is a very slightly different way than the way you may have heard it before. I'm a sock, you wear me whether it's Christmas time or not. I'm made of wool and it's quite a sin. Some people use us to put presents in, hang us upside down and walk, because I'm a sock. I am worn by Santa when he's climbing on your roof, and I'm worn by reindeer on top of their hoof. I'm available with cheesy Christmas patterns on the front, though half of those never get worn because you look like a tasteless moron. I'm a sock, you wear me on your foot, not on your cock. I come as a double thick Christmas bear so you don't get frozen when it snows out there and you're skating on a lock. Because I'm a sock, you have a go. Oh, thank you. I can start to smell quite cheesy if you wear me for a week. If you wear me any longer, then I'll definitely reek. If you get me as a prezi from your mum, you'd better thank her, because it's definitely the thought that counts, so please don't be ungrateful. I'm a sock. The soldiers wore us invading Iraq. I'm good with trousers and a big long dress. You can get a nice pair cheap from M&S and also from Pre-Cox, because I'm a sock. Guitar solo. Are those sleigh bells? Shut your face. I'm a sock. I'm worn in Star Wars mostly by Ewoks. If you don't change me, I'll tend to ming. They wear us on Strictly Come Dancing when they're doing the moonwalk, because I'm a sock. I'm a big fan of Shylock. I'm a sock. I like Johann Sebastian Bach. I'm a sock. I once went to Bangkok. I'm a sock. I indulge in shop talk. I'm a sock. I'm appearing in Jack the Beanstalk. I'm a sock. You are born out of wedlock. I'm a sock. Can I stop before my jaw gets locked? I'm a sock. Are you running out of rhymes, you cock? I'm a sock. No, I am not, you cheeky bugger. I'm a sock. Come over here and say that. I'm a sock. Do you want to fight? Do you want to fight? I'm a sock. When you're ready, I'm a sock. Right, I stop playing that stupid bloody guitar then. I'm a sock. I notice the guitar playing is still carrying on. It is. I'll just see what I can do about that. Bear with me 1 second now. There, again. Because I'm a sock. Thank you. Hooray! Merry Christmas, Ghetto. Yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Scottish Falsetto Sock Puppet Theatre, and so am I, and so is he. So let's work out how many people are seeing us for the first time and how many people were here on Friday. Give us a shout if you were here on Friday.
Yes! Yes!
Suckers for punishment. And who is here for the first time?
Yay!
Excellent. Well, welcome newbies, welcome returnees. We'll try and make it exciting for all of you, because in the next hour we are going to be celebrating all of the holidays of the season. All of the holidays of the season. Oh yes, of course. And one of the oldest holidays is Hanukkah. And Hanukkah, Hanukkah is Hanukkah. You do know what Hanukkah is? Oh, of course I know Hanukkah. Yeah. Good. Hanukkah was a Disney TV show starring Miley Cyrus. That was Hannah Montana. Hanukkah is the name that Darth Vader had as a kid? That's Anakin. Sorry, do you mean the brand of analgesic painkiller that's been on sale since 1932? That's Anadin. What, do you mean the Scots word for I don't know? That's Dinniken. Sorry, do you mean the horse tranquilizer that's occasionally used by ravers? That's ketamine. What are you talking about? Ketamine, yes. Do you mean the druid from the Asterix books? That's Get-A-Fix. What? Do you mean the manufacturer of self-assembly kits, mostly cars and planes, popular with children since the 1950s? That's Airfix. What? Do you mean the brand of sports shoes produced by Nike since 1984, based on the basketball player? That's Air Jordans. You imbecile. Air Jordans. Do you mean the second movement of Johann Sebastian Bach's Orchestral Suite number 3 in D major? That's Air on a G-string. What? Do you mean the detective played by Trevor Eve in the 1980s TV show filmed in Bristol? That's Eddie Shoestring. What? Do you mean the rugby commentator from the 1970s, famous for the upper and under? That's Eddie Waring. How bloody old are you? How many people here? Do you think there's people here from America? There's somebody actually watching from California. Do you think somebody in California is likely to have heard of Eddie Waring? They're probably Googling Eddie Waring. Well, don't Google Eddie Waring. I don't know who Eddie Waring was. Eddie Waring was a rugby commentator. Do they know what rugby is? They probably don't know what rugby is. They probably, in California, they're used to American football where they wear all the big padding and the helmets. And it's a bit like giving a cross-country swimmer a boat. Anyway, Eddie Waring. Eddie Waring used to commentate on rugby matches in places like Doncaster and Macclesfield. Yes, Macclesfield. And yeah, Macclesfield, you know, oh God, where's this going? Macclesfield sounds very much like Maccabees. What? My God, yes, it does. And it's the Maccabees that we want to talk about tonight. Hallelujah, I don't believe it. He's actually got something right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, of course. The Maccabees ruled Judea way back in the 2nd century BC, and it is thanks to Judas Maccabeus that I hate to correct you. Well, don't. Judas Maccabeus were formed in London in 2004. Their biggest hit album was Wall of Arms. No. Sorry, was it Colour It In? You're doing this deliberately. We're not talking about the rock band the Maccabees. I think you'll find we were. We were talking about Judas Maccabeus. Were we? Yes. The story of Hanukkah. Right. The story of Hanukkah goes like this. Here I am in a helicopter in my jumpsuit, and there's a castle over there. Not her. Story of Hanukkah. I was doing treasure hunt. They don't. There's Americans watching. They don't know what treasure hunt is. You mean there's a whole load of people who've never seen Anneka Rice's bottom. They've never seen Anneka Rice's bottom. They have no idea. Well, I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I realise that there's many of you for whom the last 4 minutes of your life is a blur and a mystery. You're not alone. Now, the story of Hanukkah, just follow my lead. Once upon a time, many years ago, the land of Israel was ruled by King Antiochus of Syria, and all was well, was it? Yes. Until his son Epiphanes came along, and he was a bad man, was he? Yes. He made the Jews worship the Greek gods. No, yes. Yes, they worship the Greek gods like who? Who were these Greek gods then? And he made them worship the Greek gods like Dolmades and Kleftico and Taramasalata. Oh, Taramasalati, that was one of the worst, yes. And the baklava, oh, especially the big bad baklava. They had to bow down to the baklava, yes. Oh, no, yes. Yes, they made the Jews bow down to baklava, which was messy, as well as being against the will of God. And then Epiphanes and his soldiers descended on Jerusalem, and they massacred thousands of people. Keep it light, Epiphanes. And he erected an altar to Zeus and in the temple, and he slaughtered pigs, the dirty bastard, yes. And so it was that Judas Maccabeus, the son of Mattathias, rose up and drove the Syrians out of Jerusalem. Hooray! Did they leave any baklava? Luckily they left the baklava, yes. So Judas Maccabeus rededicated the temple, and he lit the sacred menorah. But, and it's a big but they were out of oil. No oil. There was no oil. They only had enough oil to keep the candles burning for one day. How could they not get more oil? The shops were closed. It was Hanukkah, duh. So they prayed for a miracle, and a miracle, lo, there was. And the candles burnt for 8 long nights until the shops opened. The end. Thank you. And that, sorry. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Yes, it's an evening of education tonight. It's education as well as celebration. And wait a minute. What can I smell in the air? I think I can detect, whoo, blimey, what is that? Is it, by any chance, the cheesy smell of a link to a musical number? I think it might well be. It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas because of the Brussels sprouts, with potatoes and beans as well, contributing to the smell, which, let's face it, is better in than out. It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas, wafting from every door. And the prettiest sight we know is when you open the windows and let it out once more. A string of trumpeting puts from a bottom that toots are the gift of Grun and Gran, and a couple of silent ones that are violent seem to have started with Nan. And there's the fog, must be the dog, it cannot be human. It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas everywhere you turn. Is it cabbage or is it leeks? Whatever it is, it reeks. And nobody strike a match, 'cause it'll burn. It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas. It's getting worse. I think you'll find that the biggest relief will come when we get to set off home and leave the smell behind. The kind that get in your face and the ones you can taste are the sort where father excels. But your mum and your sister will always insist that they're blamed on somebody else. And one of you has followed through and done a poo as well. It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas. Nobody can breathe. And when everyone's had enough of the other people's guff, then we'll have to leave.
Real.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you. Now, we watched a film the other night. Has anybody seen The Christmas Chronicles with that fella? If you please, Kurt Russell. Hey, please, we could have made a gag out of that. We could, if you could have remembered his name, that would have been clever. Yes. So, has anybody seen The Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell? You not seen it? Oh, it's quite good because he turns Santa into a superhero, and I think that's quite original, making a Christmas character into a superhero. Well, not really. What do you mean? Well, I mean, superheroes are big muscly fellas, and so are your Christmas stories. No, then no. What about the little baby Jesus? Well, especially the little baby Jesus. Let me show you. What are you doing? Hello, I am the little baby Jesus. Oh God, I can only apologise in advance. I'm the little baby Jesus. Look at me. Here, I'm being born in a manger. See, there's my superhero origin story. I'm a superhero. The little baby Jesus is not a superhero. Okay, how did Superman start? He came down from the sky and was adopted. Me too, little baby Jesus, superhero. Yes, no, but Superman has superpowers and he can walk on water. Well, no, but not as super as me then. I am super. No. Superman can see through the evil in men's souls. Thought not, because he's not as super as me, little baby Jesus. No, wait, listen. In the film, Superman brought Lois Lane back to Lazarus, pal. Lazarus. Listen, you show me the superhero who can make 2 loaves and 2 fishes go round a whole field. I got bare superpowers. No. But you see, superheroes have got catchphrases like pick up thy bed and walk, forgive them, they know not what they do, get off your horse and drink your milk. That wasn't Jesus near enough. But superheroes get made into franchises and sequels and prequels. Prequels. Hey, listen, pal. Old Testament, New Testament, Dead Sea Scrolls. I am the original box set. Okay, little baby Jesus, it's 2020, is it? It's been in all the papers. Can you think of a good song that would sum up this particular Christmas? Oh, yeah. In a divine moment of inspiration, I feel the spirit moving in me. Yeah, the amount you were putting back last night, I'm not in the least bit surprised. Go and get your piano, for inspiration has struck. Lo, I said unto them, this is the song that sums up Christmas in 2020.
One line, that's trash.
We're giving Granny COVID for a Christmas, 'cause Granny's having everybody round. We'll all gather round and breathe on her, you see, as we're opening our gobs around the Christmas tree. Mum's not dumb and she hasn't yet succumbed, though she works behind a counter in a shop. And half the customers, when asked, refuse to wear a mask. They've got hand sanitizer, but they never touch a drop. There's my dad, who's good, and though we don't think that he should, he hangs around the sheds with all the blokes, sharing a fag and a beer, but they've got nothing to fear, 'cause half know they won't get it and the rest think it's a hoax. Yes, we're giving Granny COVID for her Christmas, 'cause COVID's giving Christmas 5 days off. She's waited all this time to see the family, so we'll all go round to hug her, 'cause she's nearly 93. My friends from school won't be trouble, 'cause we're all in a bubble. Yes, we're only in a group of 33. And my sister will be bringing friends back from uni. They've all got A-levels, so they'll be exemplary. Auntie Liz and Uncle Jim, we have to let them in. She's not been well, got something with her chest. Auntie Ruth and Cousin Rafe, but just to play it safe, we're not inviting Auntie Betty. She works for the NHS. Oh, we're giving Granny COVID for her Christmas. She'll probably be getting it from me. And if you feel ill, don't worry, Granny dear. Just think of all the presents you won't have to buy next year. Yes, we're giving Granny COVID for her Christmas. Thank you. Woo!
Yay.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. And by the way, we can't see everybody on the screen, but full marks for the Clan Niven and their Christmas tree. We'll have a look at all of your Christmas trees a wee bit later. We've got some fantastic trees in the background. Well done, you. So, oh, in fact, we've got our own Christmas tree here. Yeah, I've just got to put a few more extra little bits on there, though, because I think, yeah, work out where it is left to right. I've worked out where it is left to right. It's over here, isn't it? Yeah, that's where it is. Well done. Yes, you're a long way away. I am a long way away over here. There's a lot of Christmas tree. It's a very big Christmas tree. The further away you go, the bigger that Christmas tree appears to be. You see, the Christmas tree, or as the Germans call it, the Tannenbaum, is central to the... Tanya what? Tannenbaum is central to this. See, the Germans don't have a sense of humour. They call the Christmas tree a Tannenbaum. No, that's not exactly what they... Oh, Tannenbaum, a Christmas tree can Tannenbaum. If you've been cheeky to your mum, she'll get your tree and Tannenbaum. And if it ever comes to pass, you'll get all needles in your... Be serious, please. We've had enough problems with our technical issues. We do not need you buggering up the show. So you probably realise one of us writes the show and the other one buggers it up. But tonight of all nights, would you please take it seriously? I'll just go prepare something. We'll keep the red flag flying here. No, don't do that. Power to the people. I'm warning you, pal. I am warning you. I'm taking no messing. Season of goodwill or no season of goodwill. Okay, well, I'm just going to sort out a little bit of tree over here. There's lovely bits of tree that need a good bit of working on. Good bit of working on this bit of tree here. I think that's going to need a bit of work there. And that bit all down there. Stop fannying about the Christmas tree when we're trying to put it up. I'm trying to get the branches the right way round. Well, I wish you'd bloody stop. You're fannying around with the Christmas tree. You've got to get it balanced right. I know you want to stick some baubles on it, but I don't want it to look shite. You will get a monumental feeling up your gob if we don't get on with sticking up holly. I'll deck your halls and you won't feel jolly. Stop fannying around with the Christmas tree. Let us get some tinsel on. Or I'll stick the end of a Christmas tree where a Christmas tree don't belong. You will get a monumental. I'll go and get some glitter. I can see where this is going, and don't want to wind up with a double entendre. Stop fannying about with the Christmas tree. We've got to get it done by Christmas Day. And we've ripped off a song by Brenda Lee in a new old-fashioned way. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So, now, I think we should tackle a Christmas movie. Yeah, what's your favourite? Yeah, unmute yourself. Call out your favourite Christmas movie. That might be the one we're going to tackle.
Die Hard.
Okay. Die Hard.
Kirk Cameron, Saving Christmas.
Schindler's List.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Schindler, right. Keep Schindler's List on the back burner. I think that might be worth trying a little bit later. Yeah, well, in a short while, we're going to try a Christmas movie, but you look like you're not ready. You're not in a costume. No, well, I can't do a Christmas movie when I'm still thinking about her. About who? Diana, of course. Diana and Charles and Camilla. There was 3 people in that marriage. You've been watching The Crown again. I've been watching The Crown. It's the must-see drama of our time. Oh, has everybody at home been watching The Crown?
No.
Yes.
You've not been watching The Crown. Oh, you've got to watch The Crown. He loves The Crown. I love The Crown with that lovely, lovely Gillian Anderson solving all those paranormal mysteries. Are you sure that's what she does in The Crown? Oh, yeah, it's like 1 second there's a mining industry, next second it's gone. Boom! It's a mystery called Gillian Anderson. That's your take home from The Crown. Have you not been watching it? There's Helen Bottom Carter as Joan Collins, I think, and Olivia Colman. Yeah, I'm not sure what she's doing there. Comic relief, I suppose. Oh, but Diana. Poor Diana. Oh, there's 3 people in that marriage. Yeah. Oh, I mustn't give you any spoilers. Yeah. I think you can afford a couple of spoilers with The Crown. No, I can't. It's gripping. It's as if the Queen had assembled all her page boys around and made them revolve by 90 degrees. You mean? Yes, it's a page turner. You don't know what's going to happen next. Well, except you do. How could you possibly know what's going to happen next with the life of Diana and Charles off of The Crown? And Camilla, there's 3 people in that marriage. You could look it up on Wikipedia and see what actually happened. What actually happened? What, like they're real people? Oh my God, have you gone totally bonkers? Have you heard this? He thinks they're real folks. Sorry, do you think it's like I'm a Celebrity and Strictly, only there's people who live in palaces and run the country? Well, yes. My God, he's a conspiracy nut. He's got the QAnons. He's riddled with the QAnons. Quick, ring Gillian Anderson. We've got a right one here. He thinks there's a secret organisation called the government, and they meet up every week with the Queen. I'm not a conspiracy anything. I'm just aware that in real life, what? Mrs. Thatcher, the lovely, lovely Gillian Anderson, comes over for an audience. Well, she used to when she was alive. Spoilers! Series, does that happen in your bugger? I'm not entirely sure what to make of the mental state of my colleague, but we were talking about Christmas films earlier. I tell you what, we shall use our improv skills. Have you got improv skills? To me, to you, to you, to me, to me, to you. That's still not improv. Could you call out your favourite Christmas film and we will do it?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
The Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh. In a lift and having to do Rubik's Cube, and then turns out I'm naked, and then the lift door opens, and so I have to cover my willy with the Rubik's Cube. This is not, I think, what they were expecting. That is the nightmare I had before last Christmas. Okay, well, I think you may have revealed more, but entertained less than we were hoping for. Give us another Christmas movie.
Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol, okay. And
The Muppets Christmas Carol.
We've got The Muppets Christmas Carol starring Michael Caine. Michael Caine's in that. And give us another one. We'll mix the 2 together. Muppets Christmas Carol, and what else you got?
Love Actually.
Love Actually. Okay. Have you seen Love Actually? No, have you? No, I haven't. Okay, we haven't admittedly seen Love Actually, but we have heard it referred to So often it feels like we do. Hello, I'm Hugh Grant. Hello, are you the Prime Minister? Because you look like him. Yes, I am the Prime Minister, actually, because I am a mixture of Tony Blair and David Cameron done in an improv class by Hugh Grant. Are you really? That's what I think was happening there. Yes, who are you? I used to be Tiffany on EastEnders, not the new Tiffany, the old one, the dead one, the dead one. I'm the dead Tiffany. Oh, well, shall we shag? Okie dokie. Meanwhile, we were doing the Muppets Christmas Carol. Hello, who are you? I'm Michael Caine. Michael Caine, well, I say I'm Michael Caine. Obviously, I'm doing a very challenging accent in this role, are you? Yes, I'm doing a Cockney accent. Oh, do you think Michael Caine can stretch to that? Michael Caine is known for his ability to stretch to a Cockney. Yes, hello, knees up, Mother Brown. I am Ebenezer Scrooge. Who be you be? Well, I am Hugh Grant, who's just been shagging Tiffany, not the new one, the old one, the dead one, of EastEnders.
What is that?
Well, let's go off into the sunset together. Okie dokie. The end. Thank you. The Muppet Christmas Carol and Love Actually. Now, earlier, you did call out a few titles for Christmas films, and I'm not entirely sure that they qualify. You see, we have a little disagreement about what constitutes a Christmas film. I'll just go and get my musical instrument. Oh, and you know, I feel like I am about to get the horn again. I'm going to get it. Together for the holidays, we're choosing which Christmas films to see. White Christmas will definitely be on. I like Elf and I like Home Alone. The Muppets, Christmas Carol's a treat. Gremlin and Miracle on 34th Street. It's a Wonderful Life, Scrooged and Love Actually. But there's one film on which we don't agree. Die Hard is a Christmas film. It's not. Die Hard is a Christmas film. Rubbish. Die Hard is a Christmas film. Die Hard is a Christmas film. No, it isn't. It's an action movie. It's set at somebody's Christmas party with presents, decorations and a tree. Bruce Willis's wife is even called Holly. There's even some interesting trivia. The part was first offered to Frank Sinatra. It even has snow falling in LA too. It hasn't done that since 1962. Die Hard is a Christmas flick. It's not. You're just being a dick. It is. Look at Santa's suit and hat on his head. Yes, oh my God, Bruce Willis has just shot dead. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. On that, the writer and the star agree. They've even tested it scientifically. Oh yeah, well I don't care, they didn't ask me. Die Hard is a Christmas thing. Don't care. I'm not listening. You'll never make me change my opinion. Die Hard is a Christmas film. Thank you. I see. It's a Christmas film. It's a Christmas film, if I say it is. Okay, we'll take your word for it. But I think a Christmas film's got to have something like romance and a princess, yeah, probably, in a palace with a haircut and a husband with big ears. And there's 3 people in that marriage, you know. Oh, God, we're off again. I've got it. Princess Di in Princess Die Hard. Oh, no. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I think I can see how this is shaping up. Hello. I think I can see how that was supposed to shape up. Hello again. I am Bruce Willis as Princess Di off of The Crown. You be Prince Charles with the ears, and he's got the accent, and I know who Prince Charles is. Oh yeah, because he's real. Were you just trying to do inverted commas with your fingers? It is a lot harder than you think. Go on then, I'm Prince Charles. Hello, I am Prince Charles. Oh, you've got your hands behind your back. Good character work there. Hello, I am Bruce Willis as the princess with the famous haircut. Whatever you'd call a haircut like Princess Di's, Bob. Whatever you'd call a haircut like Princess Di. Who are you again? I am Princess Bob Willis, I said, and I've come to rescue you, Prince Charles, up the big tall skyscraper, Nakatomi Tower. Sorry, that's what it's called in Die Hard, Nakatomi Tower. I have come to rescue you from the Nakatomi Tower. Actually, I do look a lot more like Bruce Willis, don't I? Yeah. I've come to rescue you, Prince Charles. But I, Prince Charles, fancy Camilla Parker, but you fancy Camilla Parker Knoll, the famous reclining princess. But I, Princess Di, do not care, for I am the people's Bob Willis, Bruce. I am people's Bob Bruce. And as I, Bob Bruce, am famous for saying, if at first you don't succeed, try. I've lost the plot. You've lost the plot. Listen, Bonnie Prince Charlie, I, Princess Di, and Robert the Bruce Willis have come to rescue you from Jackanory Tower, where you are being held by Alan Rickman. I am being held by I'll just be Alan Rickman. Hang on. Got any good costumes down there? I think there's one down there you could use. Okay. Hello. I am Alan Rickman. I'm wearing an overcoat that was cut out, and you might see it in the director's cut. I am Alan Rickman. Cancel Christmas. Does he do that in every film? He does that in every film. Cancel Christmas. No, you shall not cancel Christmas, Alan Severus Snape, Sheriff of Nottingham Rickman of the Big Knackered Tower. For I, Princess Di, am now crawling through the air conditioning vents, like actually happens in real life. Actually does happen in real life, yes. And now I'm going to rescue you, Prince Charles. Thank you, Bruce Willis. And now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. And now I'm walking on broken glass. Ow, ow, ow. Now I'm at the top of the building and I'm dangling Alan Rickman off. That sounds a lot ruder than I think you intended. Right, cancelling Christmas now, Alan Rickman. I am Princess Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay, muddy funster. No, don't drop me off the Nakatomi Tower. Don't drop me! Oh, there you go. Off the edge of the tower now. Don't pretend you do. Don't drop me off the edge of the tower. I'm going to drop you off the edge of the tower now. Now, Prince Charles. Hello, I'm Prince Charles now. Do you fancy me or do you fancy Camilla Parker Pens? I fancy you. Princess Die Hard. Here, Camilla. Give me your hand. Oh, Camilla, come up here. Hello, I am Camilla Parker Knowles, the reclining princess. Here, you take my hand. Here, I'll take your hand. Now I'm going to chop it off. Ah, you've chopped my hand off. Yes, that's right, Luke, for I am your father. Wrong film, don't care. She's fallen to her death, of course. Nobody messes with Princess Die Hard. Merry Christmas. God bless us, everyone. The end. See? Totally a Christmas film. Okay, so I think we've solved that one. And those of you who were here on Friday would know that at this point in the show, we had a special guest, Dean Friedman. Well, Dean Friedman isn't going to be joining us tonight. He actually did offer to come and join us for free, but we thought, he genuinely did, and we thought that would be taking the piss. The guy who was held off the #1 spot in 1978 by John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John does not deserve to do the same show twice for no money, by the way. He got paid for Friday, but he wouldn't get paid for tonight. So that is what's not happening now. Instead, do you know anything with harmonies? I do know. Go get your piano. Yes, I know some good songs with harmonies that are in keeping with the feeling of the season. They told me, bum, I had a big fat bum, bum. showed it to your mum. Rub-a-bum-bum, rub-a-bum-bum, rub-a-bum-bum. I went out diddly-diddly-bum on Christmas Day. Diddly-diddly-bum. My big fat bum got in the way. Diddly-diddly-bum. It got stuck in doorways. It got stuck in the doors of a train and a seat on the underground. My big fat bum. My big fat bum. Everyone must be made aware that I take XXXL underwear. Big enough for another man and me to sit down side by side. I hope my dream will come true, that I will get a king-size loo, big enough for my bum cheeks, big enough for me to sit down and for you to sit down beside my big fat bum, my big fat bum, big fat bum. Pretty thing, ain't it? No.
Hey, Josh.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Now go and get your guitar. Go and get your guitar, because I think it's time. I think it's time that we rocked into Christmas. We haven't really rocked so far in the show tonight. So get your rocking guitar. Nice rocking guitar. Thank you very much. And I've got one. Another rock and roll Christmas. Another. What are you doing? I'm singing rock and roll Christmas. Another a pedo song. What? That song was sung by Gary Glitter, King Pedo. Well, yeah, but that means they don't play it on the radio. So if we do a cover version, sorry, do you want to be associated with a pedo by doing a pedo song? Do you want to be pedo-associated? Well, I guess not. So no rock and roll Christmas. But I want to do something that's rock and roll and Christmas. Well, take a rock and roll song and make it Christmassy. I've got it. Goodness gracious, great balls of snow. Was that based on Goodness Gracious Great Balls of Fire? Yeah, by Jerry Lee Lewis. Yeah, pedo. Jerry Lee Lewis wasn't a pedo. His wife was 13 years old. If that doesn't make you a pedo, I don't know what does. Would you buy a record by Roman Polanski? Well, no, you wouldn't. Pedo. Roman Polanski doesn't make records. Bloody good job he doesn't. Because you know what they'd be if he did. Pedo records, records by pedos. I remind you that this is Christmas, the birthday of the little baby Jesus. There could not be a less appropriate time to be singing pedo songs. Okay, so no Jerry Lee Lewis, no Gary Glitter, no songs by Roman Polanski. Okay, I've got it. Last Christmas. Sorry, you're doing Last Christmas? Yeah, Last Christmas by George Michael. Yeah, but what's wrong with George Michael? Oh, nothing. Except he was in Band Aid, and the drummer on Band Aid was Phil Collins, yeah. And what band was Phil Collins in? Genesis, whose first album, Genesis and Revelation, was produced by Jonathan King, pedo. Come on, that is a bit tenuous. Huh? Do you want to be tenuously pedo-associated? Because that's still pedo-association in anybody's book. So, what can we sing? I know. So here it is, a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas by Slade. Yes, by Slade. Slade. The name of the prison out of Porridge. Yeah. And what do you have in prisons? Pedos. Are you obsessed with pedos? Would you shut up about pedos? You started it. Look, okay, what can we sing? I know, the safest thing we can possibly sing. White Christmas. I'm dreaming. White Christmas. Are you mental? White Christmas? What the hell is wrong with White Christmas? Oh, let me guess. It's written by Irving Berlin, whose name is Berlin, which is where Hitler lived. And Hitler was, I don't know, a pedo. Oh, no, Hitler wasn't a big fan of your pedos. No, very strict on your pedos was Hitler. Okay, so what is wrong with White Bloody Christmas? Sung by Bing Crosby, yes. Who starred in the Road films with Bob Hope. Yeah, okay. Who was in Son of Paleface with Jane Russell, yeah. Who was in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes with Marilyn Monroe, yeah. Who had an affair with John F. Kennedy, Okay, whose assassination was the subject of the song Seconds on the album Dare by the Human League, whose first record was a cover of Rock and Roll Part 1 by Gary Glitter. Pedo. So, what can we do? Oh, I don't know. Do something from Phil Spector's Christmas album. He's never heard anybody. Get rid of that guitar. Get rid of that bloody guitar. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. That was going to go so swimmingly. That was going to be so smooth. We were just going to go from song to song. But we'll skip the song. And what's that you say? Oh, that's very reassuring. Thank you. What are you doing? I'm just talking to the furniture. Oh, hello, the furniture. You're a big fan of furniture, are you then? Oh, God, yeah. Do you know, I'd really like one of those small plinths you stand a statue on. Pedestal? Pedestal, I'd like a large plinth you stand a statue on. Do you know, my gran is fond of those funny sofas you sit sideways on. Chaise longue, she is very tall, yes. And I've got one of those box-sprung, solid-based beds. Divan, it is quite nice. But do you know, I used to cut that one out next time. We'll cut that one out next time. I used to like that soft thing that we sat on in nursery school. Beanbag? Well, not since I was 7, no. So you're talking to the furniture. Oh, God, you get a lot of good advice from furniture. Yeah, they've been telling me what sort of food they like. And that table likes fruit. The sofa likes fruit. What about that big thing hanging on the ceiling? Oh, yes, he's a big fan. Though I did try feeding a Bounty bar to my office furniture. You tried feeding a Bounty bar to your office furniture? Yeah. Did they not like it? It was the desk hated coconut. Right, that does it. I don't know what's worse, that string of terrible puns, or you fannying about with a Christmas tree, or going on about pedos or the crown. There's 3 people in that marriage. Shut up about the people. There's 3 people in this bloody marriage. Me, you, and the voices in your head that say you can talk to furniture. I can talk to furniture. Oh yeah, well, make like a folding table and take your leave. Sorry? Make like a carpet. Beat it. I don't get you. Make like an ottoman and bugger off and take your ottoman with you. I've had it. Clear off. You go away. I'll do the finale myself. Excellent. No, you are. Get out of it. No, don't you go giving him that sympathy. Don't you? He doesn't need that sympathy. He doesn't deserve. I tell you what, he pushes me so far. I'm going to do the finale without him, because the finale is Christmas Carol. How many people does it take to perform Christmas? Oh shit. Oh God, I've gone too far again, haven't I? Oh.
Yes.
That was, if anything, a rhetorical question. If only I could receive wise words of consolation and advice from some surprising source. Where is Dean Friedman when you need him? Where, oh where is that elusive Dean Friedman? Where would he be?
Well, said the rocking chair. It's been a while since I've seen such stark despair. Who told you life was fair? Well, said the radio said there's some things you ought to know. There's little you can do to stop the pain, and it's gonna happen time and time again. So just remember, even though it sounds insane, it's impossible to love somebody in vain. Alright, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. No one else has a balcony. If it's pity you want, don't come to me. No, nothing comes for free. Yes, said the coffee cup. maybe now is the time to act grown up. If you feel like your world is crashing in, simply dial up your nearest kith or kin. You open up and let them in. You'll discover that you probably make it through once again. Alright, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Hey, set the tabletop. Don't be making like you're anything you're not. Back to is what you got. Don't forget to set the cuckoo clock. Any parts you need, we've got in stock. Take a look at the place you call your home. You're reflected in all the things you own, and you see it's a reason you have sown. A measure of a part of you that's already grown. Alright, it's gonna be alright. 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 Alright. Alright.
Thank you, Dean Friedman. Thank you, Dean. Anybody who wasn't here for Friday night's show, that's what the whole show was like, technically, that buffering effect. Your video was not just buffering, unless it was, in which case you probably got double the buffer. But no, that's what the show was like on Friday. That's why we had to redo the show again tonight. Well, we've made it to the finale, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready for your grand finale?
Yay.
Now present our seasonal stage adaptation, Christmas Carol. Hello and welcome to the BBC Breakfast Weather. Don't start that again. Carol Kirkwood. I'm doing Carol Kirkwood. What are you doing? I'm changing the background. He's changing the background, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know he could do that. Well, apparently he can. And, oh, look, we're suddenly in the wonderful world of Victoriana. We're in Victoriana. And I'm going to be playing the part of Ebenezer Scrooge. He's a Scrooge. He's a Scrooge. He's Ebenezer Scrooge. Do you think that works? Probably not. Who am I going to be? Everybody else. Oh, I like to be stretched. First, let's do the show. It is December 24th, Christmas Eve. Hello, I'm Sandra Oh, not that Eve. So I, Ebenezer's Killing Eve. I was doing Killing Eve. I am Ebenezer Scrooge. He's a Scrooge. He's a Scrooge. He's Ebenezer Scrooge. I am working at my counting house, counting houses. And with me is my long-suffering assistant, Bob Scratchit. Ooh, ooh, I'm all itchy. Ooh, ooh. Bob Scratchit, have you finished adding up all of the sums, bar humbug? Yes, I have, Mr. Scrooge, sir. Can I go home for Christmas now? No, you must work a little longer, bar humbug. Why? For I am a mean, mean man, bar humbug, bar humbug, bar humbug. But I have to go home because Mrs. Scratchit and all the little scratchings are waiting for me. Especially Tiny Tim, the cripple with the ukulele. Well, tough tit. I am Ebenezer Scrooge. He's a Scrooge. And what I say goes, bah humbug, bum 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 bug. Oh, you are indeed mean. You are the meanest man in all of meaniedom, he says silently to himself. And I'll tell you what, you can forget your Christmas bonus. What Christmas bonus? Oh, you've forgotten it already. Mr. Scrooge, what business are we in, just as a matter of interest? We are in banking. Why do you ask? Well, I've been watching a TV show called Industry on BBC recently, and I can't help noticing that people in banking get Christmas bonuses that run into 6 figures. Oh, you can have a bonus with 6 figures, can I? Yeah. The 6 figures are nothing, 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 and nothing. Decimal point, nothing, nothing. Do you want an envelope for that? No, you're all right. Run along. The sight of you makes me sick. Bah humbug, bugga bugga bum bug. Now I must go back to my miserable hovel where I live without turning the heating on, for I am rich, but must be confessed, I'm ever so slightly mental. Woo, woo, woo. What a strange door knocker. It looks like, but no, it can't be. It can't. Shush, shush, shush. Here I am in my house, my freezing, freezing house. Woo. Who's that wooing? It's me, Bob Marley. Bob Marley, yes. And the answer to that punchline is with jamming. Okay, Bob, you used to be my partner. I did with jamming. But you don't ad-lib at this late hour of the show, please. But Bob Marley, you are dead. I know I am dead, Buffalo Soldiers, bah humbug. But easier good, easier goes. Good. I am a ghost, and I've come to warn you that tonight you are going to be visited by 3 more ghosts. What, tonight, Christmas Eve? Yes, 3 ghosts of Miss Strictly, and Call the Midwife, and half a dozen Pixar movies, I should imagine. I don't know, I haven't looked at the Radio Times, bah humbug. I can't help that. These 3 ghosts of Orient are, one in a taxi, one in a car, one on a scooter, pepping his hooter, smoking, wrong script, sorry. So, Ebenezer Scrooge, you best prepare yourself. Ha! I ain't afraid of no ghost. Woo! Who's wooing now, then? I am the ghost of Christmas past. Are you? I am. Can you not tell from the costume? Look, we go back in time, woodly, 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 woo. There's you, as a boy, just out of shot. Don't I look like a young Ian Beale? You do. And look, there's your first employer, Mr. Fezziwig, having a laugh probably at his name. And there's the gravestone of your brother George, who died because you didn't rescue him from the frozen pond. And there's you singing Buffalo Girls, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of that's It's a Wonderful Life. It is. As you were. Anyway, that was a montage of you in the past. Yeah. And your point is? Well, my point is largely Freudian. I'm suggesting that your present emotional temperament is the product of childhood trauma. It's become reinforced over the years by self-imposed isolation, leading to an obsessive-compulsive tendency and quite possibly clinical depression. So what do you suggest to do, Doctor? Well, ordinarily, I'd suggest a course of counselling, beginning on a one-to-one basis and moving on to group therapy, through which we'd be able to reintegrate you into society and address your self-esteem issues. Well, that sounds brilliant. Yeah, I say ordinarily we would do that, but tonight we're going to send some ghosts round to scare the shit out of them. We're hoping that's going to do the trick. I actually prefer the idea of the counselling. What can I say? NHS cutbacks. Oh, look, here comes the next ghost. Oh, where's the next ghost now, is it? Which ghost are you then? Eh? Tell us who you are, Mr. Ghost, who's taken an awful long time to get from the changing rooms. Hello! I am the ghost. I am the... Oh, you float. I'm a ghost that floats, obviously, yes. I am the ghost of Christmas presents, Ebenezer Mother Brown. See how I am bountifully full of bounty. What if I don't like bounty? I am bountifully full of Mars bars too. What's that, your desk says? Oh, your desk's hated coconut. Yeah, we've done that gag. See how all these Christmas presents are arrayed at my feet. Oh, you've got a Cyberman voice-changing helmet. You've got a Deal or No Deal board game. You wrote this routine 10 years ago, didn't you? I did, yes. I have got all of the presents, for I am the ghost of Christmas presents. I've got a Russian holiday home, and I've got it. We did that routine at the beginning as well. Oh, well, now I must show you some people who haven't got some Christmas presents, like you. Look at this family. Can you see what family it is? Clustered round a tiny, meagre fire with only one stick burning on it. It's Bob Scratchit and his little scratchings. And oh, look, it's his little crippled son, Tiny Tim. Tiptoe through the tulips is what I do if I had good legs, but I can't, 'cause they're buggered. Oh, shit. God bless us, everyone. And who's that with him? Why, it's the elaborately dressed Mrs. Scratchit. Hello, I am Mrs. Scratchit, the wife. Bob, did you get the turkey trizzlers for the Christmas? No wife who's dress I'm trying on. It's just a thing I do. No wife. I didn't. There's 3 people in this marriage. No wife. I did not. It's a callback. If you're just watching this clip, that's a callback. No wife. I did not. For Ebenezer Scrooge, tell me about Ebenezer Scrooge, Bob. I shall tell you about him, wife. Ebenezer Scrooge is so mean. He's so mean. He hangs toilet paper out to dry. He is so mean. He's so mean. He's got a fork in a sugar bowl. He is so mean. He goes to KFC to lick other people's fingers. He is so mean. He's so mean. He waves around a nice lolly and he calls it air conditioning. He is so mean. You go to his house and you say, where's the toilet? He says, pick a corner, any corner. He is so... Okay, that's enough. Ebenezer Scrooge is so mean, jokes. I've got more. Anytime he smells hot food, it's when somebody farts. He is so mean. Listen, those are just yo mama jokes, but they've got my name in it. Ebenezer Scrooge is so mean. I saw him walking down the street in one shoe. I said, lost a shoe? He said, no, found one. He is so mean. Look, ghost. Where's that ghost gone? Where's the ghost disappeared? Hello, I'm the ghost. I'm headless now. Well, that's fairly fitting for a ghost, isn't it? Headless ghost. Can we go scratch it? It's pissing me right off. Yeah, but did you get the message that he was making? Yeah, he's a bit poor, boo-hoo-hoo. On the other hand, he's quite rude to me, so what's he expect? Yep. He's probably rude to you because you don't pay him enough. How do you know that? He's probably been rude to me behind my back for years, and I've known this, and on a karmic level, I've deliberately underpaid him to teach him a lesson. Which means that people don't learn lessons, which makes this whole exercise futile. That didn't go exactly as I planned. But I bet the next ghost will really scare you. I bet the next ghost will not really scare me. I can fairly well guarantee that will be the case. Woo! Woo! I'm telling you, we've upped the scariness now. Woo! I am the ghost of Christmas yet to come. I don't care. Look, see that gravestone? See that gravestone over there? Yeah. Look at the name on it. Smith and Company Funeral Directors and Monumental. Other side. Ebenezer Scrooge. Yes, you see, woo, evil laugh, cackle, cackle, woo, rattle chains. Scary or what? So this is the future. Yeah. And I die. Yeah. And they bury me. Yeah. Well, thank Christ for that. I thought you were going to say I was going to live forever as a zombie. No. The point is, I mean, that'd be shit, wouldn't it? Rising up out of the grave, bits hanging off me. No, I'll be quite glad to be dead. Yeah, but you'll be dead. Yeah, well, remember, I'm probably clinically depressed. We established that. Death is probably something I actively crave. No, but the worms will eat you. I don't care, I'm dead. Yeah, but look, there's old women are over there and they're saying all nasty stuff about you. I don't care, I'm still dead. Yeah, but look. And then, look, you rise out of the grave and you're walking along and you're a zombie. You're making that up. I am making that bit up. But, okay, here's something that'll really scare you. Look at that. Look at Bob Cratchit's house in the future. And what's that by the fire? A pair of crutches and a ukulele that belonged to Tiny Tim, the musical cripple. But Tiny Tim's not winning them anymore because Tiny Tim. What's happened to your voice? I'm doing dramatic. I was coming over Brian Blessed there, you dirty sod. But I'm saying Tiny Tim is dead. So am I, don't care. But don't you see, the point I'm trying to make is, if you gave them some money now, Tiny Tim wouldn't he be dead? What do you mean? That kid has got polio. He's probably got TB. This is Victorian London. His parents have got no money. The welfare state doesn't get invented for another 90 years. That kid is a fucking liability. But you can buy them a turkey. Yeah, and they've got one stick in the fire. How are they going to cook it? Burn his crutches and his ukulele. You've not thought this through. Hark, hark, the bells chime. It is the first light of dawn on Christmas Day. Have you learnt the error of your ways? Have a bollocks. I've not slept. Now I have to either miss the Christmas morning telly to get a snooze in or stay crotchety the whole rest of the day. What do you do for a day job? Motivational speaking. You're not going to give lots of money to lots of poor people and go round to Bob Cratchit's house with a turkey. No, I'm not. However, if the option of counselling and group therapy is still available, I'll have a word. The end. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Hey.
Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Hanukkah, and a belated happy Diwali. Happy solstice if you're doing solstice next week, where you celebrate the day being really, really short, and then get naked and fuck a goat. I think that's what you do. I'm not sure.
Hey, goat fucking.
We didn't. We've got to the goat fucking. That is a signal, ladies and gentlemen, that it is obviously the end of the show. We're going to leave you with a musical number, and then if anybody wants to join us in the virtual bar afterwards, we will be hanging around in the virtual bar. And if you'd like to make a date in your diary, by the way, we will be joining Dean Friedman on his Dean Friedman Christmas and Hanukkah special on December the 27th on Zoom. It's a 2-hour show with a number of musical guests, and it's co-hosted by Dean Friedman and our fair selves. Now, before we give you this final closing number, is there anyone here from Scotland?
Yes!
Hey.
Hey.
Gary's from Montrose. There's a few of you out there. Well, we're going to end with Scotland's own celebration. Our own celebration. Oh, yes. We have a celebration that is unique to the great land up north, which includes the Athens of the North and Inverness and loads of places, no point listing them. Yes, Scotland is the home to the greatest celebration of all, and if you want to join in with the choruses, the words will be appearing along the bottom of the screen, and they will be appearing any second now. I detect it. Come away. Okie dokie. There's something that is known by every Scottish boy and girl and Scottish man and women wherever they are in the world. It's the thing we've always done, every year. Oh, everybody does it now, because we gave them the idea. It incorporates first the haggis, meats and old lang syne. It's a New Year's celebration that has I been years in mind. Where we did it first, we do it best, we do it the only way. So let's show everyone else how well we do our hogmanay. Our hogmanay-ness, our hogmanay-ness, we sweep away the darkness and the greyness. Our hogmanay-ness has made us famous, so show your hogmanay-ness to the world. Because we're brilliant and so resilient, we keep this old tradition going still. Then into a New Year's party with a name, till you show your hogmanay-ness to the world. You don't have to socks. You don't have to wear those things when you're doing a detox. You don't have to eat the haggis, though we have a veggie opening. But you've got to sing old lang syne when it's midnight on the clock. Hogmanay-ness, hogmanay-ness, with our jollity of laughter and our gayness. Hogmanay-ness is free and painless, so show your hogmanay-ness to the world. Forget the weather, let's have a breather, and party in the morning of my feather, and then together we'll sing whatever, and we show our hogmanay-ness to the world. It's not a crime, man, it's not a sin, kid. Show your hogmanay-ness if they're windy, but if they tell you to bring it in, you show your hogmanay-ness to the world. Our hogmanay-ness, our hogmanay-ness, if you're green, white or black or blue or Venus, our hogmanay-ness will keep you sane as we show our hogmanay-ness to the world. With fluty dumplings, tablets and shorty, and deep fried eggs and teaching nice and naughty, we're guaranteed no one lives past 40 as we show our hogmanay-ness to the world. Our hogmanay-ness, our hogmanay-ness, we cross our arms and make a human chain as we sing the voice of Robbie Burns and do a party piece in turn and show our hogmanay-ness, show your knock and make the Venus as you show your hogmanay-ness to the world. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Right, we're about to disappear to the fridge for about 2 minutes. We'd love it if anybody wanted to stick around in the virtual bar, but if you want to run away, we will not blame you in the slightest. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, and thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Do feel free to talk amongst yourselves, by the way.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Ray.
Oh,
Yeah.
Decided to put my Die Hard t-shirt on. Well, Die
As a
Hard jumper.
jumper. Don't know if that's the right way around now, but you'll probably guess what it says. Might go take the recycling.